Okay. And then we'll do this. With the middle cards. All right, you guys. Let's get right into it. We see our number is 10 for this reading, which has to do with completions, things ending and things beginning. So that's very nice. Very beautiful. So, Father God, please tell me about this material and spiritual prosperity. Okay. Clarify the transfer. Okay. Clarify the partnerships and alliances. Clarify intuition. Clarify the balance. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Clarify moving on. Clarify love beginning. Love begins. Clarify harmony. Clarify authority. Okay. And clarify send you back. All right, you guys. So let's get right on into this reading. So, overall energy, okay, major overall energy that we were seeing here was moving on, okay? And being that you guys are moving on, you know, it's like you're just having this sigh of relief, being able to actually, you know, get past all the arguments and going back and forth with people. You're like, you know, this is what I want from my life. You know, I shouldn't have to go back and forth with you. I shouldn't have to explain the reasons why I want the things that I want. I'm grown. I'm able-bodied, you know, and it's time for me to move forward. And I definitely do feel like that's exactly what's happening here. With balance, nevertheless, with the number 6 there. So, I mean, it's good energy for you guys for that. And then we see love begins. Now, for some of you, this is, you know, you defending a relationship that may be just blossoming, or you defending, you know, yourself, defending your own self-love, you know, putting up posts of like, you know, I'm setting these boundaries. I'm making sure that, you know, everything is aligned the way that it's supposed to be so that love can, you know, truly flourish the way it's meant to. Okay, so that's high key the energy here. Why? Is because, you know, you're moving forward towards that harmony. You're like, you know, if somebody is going to come in, which it does seem like whoever you're dealing with could be an age gap. Also, you could have kids with this individual. Okay, or you could have known them since you were a kid. But again, there's that 6 of balance, okay? That started from moving on, okay? So it's like, you know, you're really working on having harmony. You're like, let's be upfront, let's be loyal, let's be honest, you know, kind of setting the tone for what's meant to be, kind of like making a contract ahead of time to let them know, like, you know, obviously there's going to be ups and downs in any situation, but let's make sure that we know what we don't want. Let's make sure that we know what we're willing to put in and how we're willing to move forward in order to bring this harmony. Right? Now, wild thing is there's authority. So you have a very authoritative energy with you or with someone that you are dealing with, okay? Specifically Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, this could be you. You have a very, what some could call intimidating energy about you. And I think it's more like you're just non-tolerant, you know, but you're super sweet, caring, kind, and compassionate, but, you know, you learned stability through emotional strength. So for you, it's like, yeah, okay, I've got this authority, and yeah, I know how to make stuff happen, so you're not willing to play because you have that empire. You have built an authority. You have built an empire. You have built, stability. And you're willing to show others how, and you're willing to offer your stability as well. But the wild thing is, it's like you attract wounded people. Why you attract wounded people is because at one point, obviously, you were wounded, and you worked through that, and became the energy in which you came in, which is beautiful. Your head wrap turned into a crown over time. And that's just because, you learned what works best for you, and, being the change that you want to see. Well, right now, throughout life, you've noticed, okay, I'm attracted to these wounded people, who may be younger than you, maybe slightly less mature, maybe not sure, what pathway they need to move forward to, but they kind of stand on who they are. And you kind of bring a certain balance to them, right? It's like you bring a maternal, like a nurturing energy to whoever you deal with, which is beautiful. Okay? But you do got to remember to stand your ground, because, in any situation, you give people an inch, you're like, okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you the respect, that I would want somebody to give me. I'm going to give you the opportunity, to be able to grow, to build, and to, reach these goals that you want. But in that, of course, you have to stand your ground, because you have all this success, this victory, this abundance. So you have to stand your ground while also showing them how to stand their ground, right? Which is really deep if you really think about that, right? Because throughout balance, one thing you notice is that it takes the negative and the positive, right? You can't be all positive, can't be all negative. You have to have that balance. And for you, your intuition shows you, not your emotions, but your intuition lets you know at what time it's time to bring those things out, because you've studied people, you've mastered yourself, you've mastered the relationships in which you deal with, so much so that you've got stability in all the areas of life, which is one of the biggest blessings, if not the biggest blessing of this life, and it's because you trust your intuition, but you also help others to understand and trust their intuition as well, right? Like, for example, with the Seven of Cups energy, this is not only you, but the people that you are dealing with have many different options at this time. Like, okay, do I focus on romance, love? Do I focus on removing toxicities? Do I focus on empowerment? Do I focus on money? Do I focus on being charitable? Do I focus on, the weather and the world and da 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 da, and the thing about that is it's the time for you to decide the best thing that you can do at this time. I feel intuitively is to, find the things that bring you joy, that help others the most, and move forward towards that. And while you're doing that, notice the things that are in unalignment and drop those things, those people, those places, those events that are in an unalignment. If you cannot raise the vibration of those situations, people, places, and things, then chop them off, let them go, okay? So that you may stay in high harmonious balance and be able to reach and achieve those goals, okay? And while having that energy, you bring in what you do want by letting go of the things that do not resonate. You call in the things that do, which is partnerships and alliances, networking and connections that are better suited for you. people who also are teachers and students, people who also have that authoritative energy, people who also, you know, guide and shield and protect, and which is beautiful, because in that is where you would get that reciprocity. And in that is where you be able to, you know, build upon, you know, your life and build that karma, and you know, help others the way that you feel you are designed to do so. Okay? And that's how you get the success. That's how you get the victory. That's how you get the W. Okay? Not only what you manifested, but even better, from speaking your truth and living your truth and cutting out the things that no longer apply, you become that, you embody that billionaire, you embody that, you know, millionaire, you embody that boss, you embody that, you know, goal relationship, you embody that in which you have manifested, that in which you have envisioned. Okay? And that is how you get material and spiritual prosperity. That is how you attain the ultimate balance. That is how you master yourself and master this incarnation. That's how you master this life. And once you, you know, realize and can master yourself, and, you know, not allowing outside forces to, you know, disrupt your energy, then you come into, you know, union with your twin flame, and y'all amplify that energy, which brings more material and spiritual and financial success. And, you know, it just keeps doubling and growing and growing and growing, which is how that empire is. But let's get the advice. So, Father God, what is the advice for those watching this reading? Okay. We got 3 cards for advice. Father God, please clarify the emotional withdrawal. Ooh. Clarify sacrifice, please. And clarify the trapped in fear. Okay. Let's do another. Clarify the devil. Wow. Clarify the 5 of cups. Y'all, it's deep. Clarify the Knight of Wands, please. Wow, wow, wow. So, the advice here is, you know, if you feel that somebody is withdrawing from you, to let them take their space. And likewise, if you feel like you need to withdraw, then do that, because 9 times out of 10, it's because you are ridding yourself from toxicities. It's because you are looking inside. It's because you are trying to do the inner work, whether that's consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously. You letting go of, you know, you taking notice of those things that are negative, and, you know, understanding the energy that you are involved in and what parts you play, so that you may put an end to that which no longer serves you, so that you can move forward towards better energy, is exactly what needs to happen. Okay? And yeah, for some, that comes with sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice going out and kicking it. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, you know, that sleep, or sometimes you have to sacrifice those gaming hours, or sometimes you have to sacrifice, you know, that financial thing that you wanted to do. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice. And even sometimes you have to sacrifice those relationships in your life that, you know, you love those people, but it's like, you know, you're it's not like you're trying to cut them off and not deal with them ever again. But sometimes you have to sacrifice those relationships in a sense of, I have to set this relationship down. And when and if you choose to raise your vibration to me again, and we realign and we reconnect and we reunite, then we will do so in a more balanced and, you know, operable way. But until then, you have to let those cups fall, so that you can gain the stability with those relationships that are good, that are growing, so that they continue to flourish. um and for a lot of you guys, there are legal situations that you are dealing with, contracts, so on and so forth, in which you've had to make some sacrifices in order to get the justice, okay? And just so you know, those burdens and those negative things that were attached to, those people, those places, those events that you just had to deal with, the advice is to, rest, to heal, to appreciate, to be in gratitude, because that cycle is over. You are getting your justice. Your justice is on the way to you currently. Okay? And I know some of you are trapped in fear because you're worried about how your health is, or how it's going to affect your finances, or how it's going to affect the relationships that you're dealing with, or how even it's going to work out at all. And all you need to know is to continue to trust your intuition, and to continue to stay on your pathway, and God and universe will continue to send you in people to help you to best navigate, to give you those signs and synchronicities, to be able to understand and navigate better. You know what I mean? So that being said, this has definitely been the reading, you guys. And for those of you who want personal readings, it is $55 Cash App or Venmo. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. Stay blessed, never stressed, with much peace, much power, much love, much light, and of course, much joy. See you guys next time.